What's going on, famo? This is Podcast Agent Zero. And this time, this is my second time reacting to this channel, Dead in Hip Hop Conversations. They review albums, mostly hip hop. So they cover mainstream, underground. I learn a lot of artists through them. They're very entertaining. They all have different perspectives. So it's very interesting what they're talking about. But right now, they're talking about the recent defamation lawsuit that Drake filed. So, you know, about the diss track from you-know-who, K-Dot himself. And we're just about to go ahead and react to this, man. You know, I cover a different gamut of things on this channel, mostly intersexual dynamics. But also, I'm an enthusiast about hip-hop, too. And I do the financial thing as well. And there's other things I'm going to cover. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, at the end of the day, I'm Podcast Agent Zero. I look at all type of podcasts, and I pretty much might react to anything of certain podcasts that I look at or tune into. So let's go ahead and get this one started.
Go, we would do the damn thing in our Friday. So it's coming back officially. We just don't have we're not going to communicate the dates just yet. But just know Modest is producing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to have a new look and feel. BZ, you excited for our Friday coming back?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to us coming up with some matchups, intriguing, dope matchups.
All right, let's fast forward this motherfucker real quick.
Okay, are we not dead in hip hop? We are the people. You know what I'm saying? No politics, no BS. That's what we've been about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've been about. So we ain't here. I want to start this off with UMG and their statement that they released. I don't know if y'all seen what UMG has said.
Hold on, let me just part real quick. I got to go get some gas. I'm out here driving and shit. I'll be right back. All right, we back at it. Hopefully the sound is better. I don't know what that shit sounded like when it was connected to my car, so let's go ahead and get to it.
I don't know if y'all seen what UMG has said, so I'm going to read that. And this is directly from Complex, okay? Yeah. So I'm getting this from Complex. Not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success.
That part.
Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and to seek damages from UMG for distributing that artist's music. We have not and do not engage in defamation against any individual. The statement concludes, at the same time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become frivolously litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song.
And like, well, hey,
that sounds, that's the way that was penned by UMG or their legal team or however it goes. That's what a lot of us was thinking. They basically written out what we been thinking in our minds. You know what I'm saying? But of course it was in a more debonair way, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of us been thinking that Drake is a fucking sore loser, bro. It just is what it is. That's why deep down inside, personally, I did enjoy his music in passing. You know what I'm saying? Some of his music. I just could never be a big fan of him because it's a certain thing about people's brands. Of course, people's brand is what connect people. And his brand doesn't, how can I put this? He has an ego. He needs to be put in a pedestal in a certain way and not be deemed to be dominated. He wants to dominate. Whereas when he's being dominated, he cannot handle it. He can't take L's. He's like a bitch for real. He's like a woman. He can't take an L for shit. You know what I'm saying? So he goes to other lengths to try to hit his opponent. But the crazy part is, this time around, trying to hit his opponent, he's proving the opponent's point with every fucking move he's making. I might need to break down every diss track up to this point. Even the album, what Kendrick is saying. It's a whole thread that goes back even to Euphoria. Even certain shit he says on Hey Now on the album on GNX that points back to Euphoria. Genius shit. He broke Drake down to a fucking science. And to be honest, Pusha T did too. Not to this level though. But I think Pusha T would have took it to carried it on if the beef carried on. Probably not this, of course, not the same as Kendrick, but those were two bad matches for Drake. He didn't know what the fuck he was up against. Let's continue.
UMG basically said,
and again, a lot of people look at it like this is just frivolous rap shit. It don't matter. This is military science, bro. This is military science. This is war. So while y'all look at it like, oh, this don't mean shit, I'm looking at war tactics here. Let's continue.
yeah, well, hey, look, you decided to get in this battle, nigga. That's on you. That's what they basically said.
100%.
You just gotta have a black man still in your fuck ass.
You know what I'm saying? You don't use us, Kendrick using us. So it is what it is.
You was saying that shit last
Right.
Yeah, you know, what's the Snowfall joint, Frank the Saint? You just mad because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
So what was y'all thoughts when y'all first saw this? Because
I was a little confused. Yeah.
Y'all know the song.
Yeah.
Y'all know the song. Weak ass. Mm-hmm.
I was a little confused because what was the original lawsuit before that?
It was a petition.
It was
withdrawal. I'm gonna be honest, man. This goes back to the congruency point that I always point to on this channel. I'm not surprised, and the reason why I'm not surprised is because when you look at who Drake is and you observe his character when it comes to situations like this, when shit get rough and his status is on the line, it doesn't matter about his character to him. It's his status. When it's on the line, he bends and folds. He start crying like a bitch. And this is another form of crying like a bitch. You feel me? So, like when Pusha T went to levels, deeper levels, to go at it, talk about his friend with his disease, tick, tick, tick. With his disease and shit, you want to cry like a bitch. But you don't want to engage in war. You want to dominate, right? Okay, well, hey, this warrior about that life. You mentioned my wife, bitch, so let's get to it. Then you mentioned Kendrick's wife and family. Let's get to it. There's no feelings here. Like, okay, you went there. I'm okay. We taking it further, nigga. And you're making us unwrap skeletons that we didn't even want to. What are we talking about? Anyway, I'm saying that to say, that's why I'm not surprised, because he's always bitching. He bitched with the control verse. He bitched when Pusha T went there. He bitches all the time, bro. That's all he does. Let's continue.
Yes. So
what's the
originally,
not a lawyer.
Drake put out the petition, which was the formula, like just the process, right, before a lawsuit comes.
Okay.
And essentially what he was saying was that UMG and Spotify were utilizing bots to help push Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like they were just pumping.
So that was before.
Yes. So the petition is to be able to look at all of the records and files from UMG and Spotify to see if bots were used, and then therefore after that process you would go and pursue the lawsuit after you find out what you get from the records. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing, like, this is the stuff that we don't know. It's something going on behind the scenes where his ability to get more business or more eyes or money, is it being hit by the claims from Kendrick Lamar? Like from the upfront, it don't seem like it. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like a lot of people ain't taking it as word that he's a pedo or, you know, that he messed with young people. It doesn't seem like it come off that way. I don't know how it's affecting him behind the scenes in the music business. Or is he really just bitching because Kendrick is getting all the shine and it comes off to the public eye and it's public opinion that he got obliterated by little old Kendrick Duckworth from Compton, California, who's barely even 5'3". Is that what it is? I think that might be what it is, but I don't know. And then of course there's other things at work where we gonna play talking about the dark side of things. You know, they might be both Luciferians, but we're just keeping it face value right now for what it is, because we still can learn from this situation without playing in that world. You understand me? Let's continue.
However, before they even got to the point of pursuing the lawsuit, Drake says that he wanted to dismiss the entire claim. So when this happened, when this transpired, we were just finishing up Dead in Sports, and I just had like the most confused look. Like, what? So you drum all of this up. This was the most bitch ass move that we've seen in hip hop history, and then you just gonna just dismiss it? What? So and I said it wasn't recorded, but I said this. This shows you that Drake was never for the people, because people were claiming that, oh, Drake is doing this for the artists and you know, say all of this type of shit. And if he was really for the people, he would have went through, he would have showed all of the records. Hey, these niggas is using hella bots, they doing this, that. He would expose the industry.
Yeah.
So that means, in my opinion, Drake is obviously colluding with UMG. They done reached some type of agreement behind closed doors. They're probably gonna re-up, but it was never about the people.
No.
And whoever the fuck y'all media pundits and shit that was talking about, oh, you know, Drake is doing this for the hip hop, or Drake is doing this for the culture. No, he wasn't. Drake was
like, it's a bigger picture. They was all saying
it was a bigger picture.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't, bro. Drake was butthurt, and he took the Jewish side out of him, and that's what he went the legal route.
So you doing it for the people only when your claim to the throne got struck hard by little old Mr. Duckworth. So now you're for the people. Now, when you benefited from the same system that you're trying to file against, you benefited from it. That's the first thing that I thought about. That's whole shit, man. What are we talking about, bro? And yeah, let's continue, man.
Like, that's not part of hip hop. That's not part of hip hop. Nigga, this, and then if you're gonna go, is Drake hip hop?
Bottom line, he's not. He's really not. If y'all really understand what hip hop is, there's a whole science to it. You know, of course, it's colluded now, but they stood for certain things like higher infinite power healing oppressed people. That's what hip hop stood for. Or higher infinite power healing our people. Those were the two terms, right? Hip hop started off wasn't even looked at as something to commercialize in the beginning. So of course that part of it has been dead. So now that it's commercialized, whatever you call hip hop, the lifestyle, not just the music, the lifestyle is really what FIFO is talking about here. For those that's not really familiar with what he means by is that hip hop is beyond the music. The lifestyle is pretty much dead for a lot of people. But when you look at Kendrick Lamar, at least from face value, he is hip hop because what he represents, so-called. Nipsey Hussle was hip hop because it was for the community, and he tried to touch bases with the hood and really connect people and touch people in their heart space, but also motivate them to go reach their higher purpose. That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what hip hop really is. A lot of people think of it hip hop as the style of music, lyrical. You know what I'm saying? That's no, bro. No. But what Drake is doing is definitely not hip hop. It's not for the people. It's ego driven for him. It's the fact that he got punched in the mouth hard as shit. So now he want to go tattletale. He wants the little old bully to get in trouble. But when he was the bully, it was all fine and dandy when he got the bots to get them streams up for him. Let's continue.
You're not.
It is, right? Like, it's Drake hip hop. All the moves he done made, it's like we have to question everything about this stuff. I know. I'm just...
But here's the funny part about it. That's what Kendrick was saying on Euphoria. That's what he's saying. He was saying it, and Pusha T. That's what they were saying, bro. Nigga, you a fake acting like you really part of this shit. You milking off the culture. That's what they both were saying. Look at the cover of Story of Adidon. Look at the cover and what that really meant. And then go back to Euphoria and what that really meant. And, again, look at the Squabble Up video when Kendrick was holding the book and in the cover it said, how to be more like Kendrick. Why did he put that there? Think about it. Think about it. Because he's saying, I am really this shit. Look at all the elements around me. I got hip hop culture. I really represent where I'm from. Because I'm part of the soil, for real. I'm not just talking mob shit. I'm part of the soil. So that's hip hop culture. That's West Coast culture. That's gangster culture. And he tapped into the black music culture. You know what I'm saying? And black culture as well. He tapped into all of them shits. Let's continue.
I'm just wondering, like, how hard do you think the attorneys were laughing when they were writing this thing?
Oh, I know they. You know they were laughing.
They probably had tears in their eyes, bro. Within the first minute, the recording identifies Drake by name and states that Lamar heard that Drake had a predilection for underage women. Say, Drake, I hear you got him young. They're writing this.
Yes.
The next line is a thinly veiled threat that Drake should be careful that he never ends up in prison, a place where child predators are notoriously targets of violence. You better not ever go to cell block 1. The recording continues to say that any woman who falls in love with Drake should be careful to hide her looks. They're writing this stuff. They're literally pulling the lyrics and writing this stuff, breaking it down bit by bit by bit by bit.
Yes,
taking all of his money.
Yes.
All of his money. Everybody out there said that he's going to change the music industry.
Yep.
He's going to do this. He's going to do that. And
picture.
he ain't done fucking shit. And everybody that's in there, you know, because I ain't even said really anything beyond.
I know. You
Man,
you just wait.
I'm gonna be real, man. Like this right here is starting to expose a lot of people that have voices in the media space when it comes to hip hop. And one of those main ones, of course, y'all already know, is Maul from the Royal Maul, new Royal Maul podcast. Like, I don't hear any objectivity from the dude. And of course, there are jokes thrown his way, like, oh, he always on OVO Maul, always on Drake Dick and shit like that. But when it comes to this, because Maul claims that he champions hip hop for what it is, the culture. So what about this aspect, my nigga? I just want to hear what you got to say about it. Are you going to cop for him? If you take his side, at least let me hear objectivity. That's the thing. I don't hear it when that nigga talk about him. I just don't. And that's a fucking problem in itself, man. Let's continue.
I said anything.
You just sit back, bro. I know.
I'm just like, I'm just watching it play out. All I said was like for the people. That's all I'm asking. That could be anything.
It could be anything.
That could be anything.
It could be
we know it ain't about Drake.
Hey, it could
We
be
know it ain't
anything.
Drake though.
Ken, there's a lot going on in this country.
Right.
It could
It's
be
a lot
anything,
going on in this country,
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be about anything, man.
Yeah, that's all I said. I was talking about the spin zone. The spin zone gonna be crazy.
I mean,
You know what's coming up this weekend?
what's coming up this weekend?
Football.
You know what I'm saying?
Division I football. The football coming up this weekend. That's what's coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, what do they do in football, FIBO? They have spin moves, don't they? I could have been talking about Madden.
Could have been talking about anything.
Yep. But I know what I may have been talking about could have been the people that saying, oh, now that this lawsuit out, hey, look, he was for the people.
Man,
He not.
this
bro.
for himself.
He's not, and you know
That
what,
part.
Ken, bro? He's never been for the people, and that's the reason why. Look, early on in this battle, I said that he's getting job.
How the fuck is an artist gonna be for the people? Hold on real quick. Yeah. How the fuck an artist is gonna be for the people when he says, I can't remember exactly the word, this is not verbatim, but he said such and such for all you thousandaires. Do you know who the common man is? Fucking thousandaires. And he's talking shit to you, but you buy his music. And a lot of us ain't even thousandaires. What are we talking about? How is he for the people? Y'all don't peep shit like that, though. I don't understand. I just don't understand it, man. You know, but everybody operate different. You heard me? Let's continue.
Because what Kendrick did, and I'm using the word, I'm paraphrasing the words of Modest over there. Like, he just systematically broke this nigga down, bro. And we're looking at Drake under
Talk to his
light.
soul, man.
He did. He
Hold on a second.
pierced his soul. And what's happening now is that we're literally witnessing a man unhinged. Like, he's literally, to me, this move, you don't have your shit together, bro. Bruh, and that's why I'm asking.
And this is what I don't understand when people say Drake is a better artist. No, he has more hits. He covers a bigger gamut of listeners. He's great at making hits. He's great at making tunes that people can dance to and shit like that. And people you could just jam in a car. He's great at that, but he's not a better artist. Do you know what artistry is? Kendrick is a better artist because he taps on so many levels. And he can make you move if he wants to, but then there's content with it as well. But then he goes tap into music history and then make people relate to it. It's so many levels. It's so many levels. And he used his pen like a war general. And look what he did with that shit. Now, he didn't even have to lift a fucking pistol, my nigga. Do y'all get what's going on here? That's artistry, my nigga. Let's continue.
This nigga even hip hop because
He's hurt.
oh yeah,
He's not hip hop. He's hurt.
All right, 1 sec. You know what, man? I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. That's a little bit of content for y'all, but y'all go ahead and comment under. I just want to hear y'all thoughts. I felt like I was a little bit one-sided. I love to be objective, but you know, we just gonna go ahead and end it right here. All right, don't be a bitch. Get your value up. Do what you love, but at the same time, get that money. You heard me? 100.